We do want to thank our sponsors. One of them is Committee Coffee. So if you want some coffee, guys, check them out. Committee Coffee, you can order whatever kind of coffee you want, be it full bean or go ahead and grind it. They can do that too. So one of the things I love about them, not only is the coffee great, but this mug is fantastic. So if you guys need some decent mugs in the house, there you go. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Beretta 9mm USA Senior here. Lone Wolf pistol. Really wanted to get my hands on it and finally was able to do so. If you guys are familiar with Lone Wolf pistols at all, they're very similar to looking like Glocks, but a little bit fancier, a little bit more equipment, if you will, a little bit more add-ons, features, and benefits type of thing. The Dusk 19 Lone Wolf. Comes like this, very nice little package. Opens like this, so don't try to pull it out the side like it's a box or whatever. This panel actually flips up and then it opens like that. Pretty cool indeed. Got some stickers and some manuals and stuff like that to go on. Does come with 2 magazines, and I noticed when I was just looking at it that they're not Glock magazines. They're actually, yeah, they're KCI USA, and they're made in Korea. Does come with 2, and they are 15 rounders. Let's check the pistol. Same thing and same. So 2 15-round mags, that's always a nice plus. 1 additional back strap. So if you wanted to change it out, there you go. I'm perfectly fine with the one that's in it. Let's get this out of the way so we can talk about the meat and potatoes here of the Lone Wolf pistol. More features and benefits over the Glock pistols. Yes, you guys are out there all over the place changing your Glock pistols to make them look a little bit different, to give them a few more features and stuff like that. My point is this comes this way. So when you buy the pistol, you don't have to resend it off to somebody else to be fixed or changed or whatever if you want it to look a little different. These definitely do look different, and I find them very attractive. There's your sight picture with a yellowish green focal point here for the front sight. There we go. I would imagine it's night vision. That's what it is. And even that has some serrations on it to cut down on glare on the front sight post itself. I'm not sure if the camera will pick that up. It's a really good camera, but sometimes I just ask too much of it. And then of course, if you want to put optics on back here, you have that option, and the plate comes off. The sight in the back stays, which again has serrations through it to cut down on glare and whatnot. And there's a separation of the two. You can tell that it stays in place as this comes off, and then you put whatever optic on there you want. Front serrations are awesome, and the backs are even more so. Home run on both of those. So you want to rack it from the front, you want to rack it from the back. Quality. Feels like quality. All right, guys, let's talk about a couple other features on this Lone Wolf Arms Dusk 19. It does have quite a few features that you're not going to find on typical Glocks. It has an extended takedown lever right here. Let's compare that to what a standard G45 looks like. So see how small that is right there in comparison. A bit larger here, easier to get a hold of. Slide release also. See how that is right there? Compare that to this G45. You can see you've got that extra piece of metal right there to make it just a little bit easier to activate or to release, a little bit more to grab a hold of. So I think it's just a little bit speedier to use. So Lone Wolf says that their pistol weighs like 19.5 ounces, 19.8 ounces or whatever. You can tell it is a little bit smaller than this G45. Check that out right there. They give the weight without the magazine in there, so I'm thinking, 21.5, 22, which also makes it lighter, right, than the traditional Glock. That makes it easier to carry. Check out the difference in the slide serrations. Lone Wolf just gives you a little bit more. Just about everything you look at, it gives you a little bit more. It has a stainless steel guide rod in it. Let's check out the polymer and the front of the pistol right there in the frame. See the difference in the thickness right there? So to me, it should be a little bit of a stronger frame with a little bit less flexing, which might make it a little bit more accurate. I know Glock says the barrels on the Gen 5s and stuff are more accurate barrels, but take a look at the difference in the barrels right there too. This one is nicely finished. Also, another thing to mention, the Lone Wolf has a PVD finished barrel along with the slide, of course. So it should be very anti-corrosive and long-lasting. You know how Glocks wear. They haven't changed that much. So again, this is a additional benefit, I believe, over what a lot of people are doing to the Glock pistols, which come standard right here. The front of the trigger well is done in a heavy pattern here on the Lone Wolf compared to the very minor pattern that's done on the Glock 45.
Symbol in the middle up top. Do you see that? It's pretty cool.
What are you talking about?
The trigger face.
The trigger face.
The front of the trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
It's like a little Easter egg. How many Lone Wolf symbols does this gun have?
Got it. Okay, and lastly, guys, I don't want to miss talking about the triggers on them. This is a all-metal trigger here with a little Easter egg hunt right there of a Lone Wolf symbol. So it's right there in the top of the trigger, which is pretty cool. The trigger itself is very, very good. Excellent. Got the symbol here. It's kind of cool how they kind of just hit them around the pistol where you can find them later. Putting their symbol on the guns, man. Hey, you know, they're proud of it. I would be too.
Made in America, too.
Dude, if I made this gun, I'd be very proud of it. The texturing on the pistol is fantastic. There's just no other way to say it. This is very, you know, basic.
I think they were going the right way with the RTF2s, and they
got away from them.
Yeah.
I think they had some people that complained about the RTF2 texture on it, and so they went away with it. But now, if you look at this and feel this compared to something like this, there's just no doubt this is a better grip on the handgun. Just fantastic on the texture pattern all the way around.
And the overall ergonomics of it, it just feels amazing in hand.
It's a winner, an absolute winner. I like the way the end was made here at the barrel.
Yeah, they have a better crowning.
The muzzle face. I like the way this is cut in a little bit too. Just, you know, just those little extras, again, that you get with this gun that not very many people know about, not very many people own. Appears to be a 10 all the way around. And if you got to put an optic on it, there you go. I don't plan on doing that. I plan on carrying it just like this. Anything else to cover, young Beretta?
The trigger.
Let's go ahead and test the triggers. Let's do the Glock first. And here we go on the Glock 45. 4 pounds, 5.6 ounces. One more time just to make sure there's not a whole lot of change. Looking for that consistency, right? 4 pounds, 4.5 ounces. I'd say that's pretty consistent.
Stock Glock.
Yeah, and it's a good one. A lot of people think there are no differences from Glock to Glock. I would beg to differ, but you know what? You're all entitled to your opinions too. But that's a pretty good Glock trigger there. So here's the all metal trigger as it lines up there. Really nice grab at that point. That can't be right.
What was it?
1 pound, 14 ounces.
No.
I thought I did a good job on it, but that, okay, well, let's see. I'm getting it right at the bottom. It's really nice because it is a flat trigger. 4 pounds, 6 ounces.
That's proper. I think it's about 5 pounds. It feels ever so slightly heavier, this specific example we have right here, compared to the Glock.
4 pounds, 7 ounces. So they're very, very close. Let's talk about the excellent metal trigger here real quick and the feel of the trigger. It's really nice because it's flat. It goes back really nicely. You think it's there and it's got a little more give to it, just like a Glock does. Very reminiscent of a Glock trigger. And then it just breaks. Reset is fantastic. Here it is. It's audible. You can feel it. See the take up right there as you go back in. A little bit of movement right there. A little more. And then it snaps. It is what this is, which is an excellent self-defense, home defense pistol as far as the trigger is concerned. A little give there, a little more, and it snaps. If that's not the same, good reset, good sound, back on it. Again, a little give there, and then it snaps. So the trigger pull itself, they're very close. Do I like this trigger better? I think I do because it's all metal. It feels a little bit better. Where this is just a traditional Glock-like trigger.
So that's the comparison between the triggers. Price, guys, for $6.99, you cannot beat this Lone Wolf, and especially how it is set up. Night sights out the gate, ready to go for a red dot if you want to put that on there. Fully outfitted as far as all the customization stuff that you would want to do. Probably do a stock Glock as far as the stippling, the trigger. It's amazing. And you can get it with a threaded barrel now for the same price if you wanted to go that route.
And as you can tell, the stippling, the way the frame is made itself, it's just very high quality looking. Reversible mag release here. So Glock 19 magazines, Glock 19 size, Glock 17 size here in the frame, just in case I didn't mention that when I was showing you how much of a difference in the size it is. But as far as the quality of the frame, a Glock frame is a Glock frame. This is the next step up, no question about it. A place for you to put your finger over here. Larger takedown, which we already talked about. A place for you to put your finger over here, and it's the same texture pattern as this is right here.
Really nice beveling of the magazine well. Show them that real fast, Brandon here. And then talk about also the beaver tail of it. I'm noticing that right now.
Switch your mag release over here if you want. Beveling, bottom of the frame is pretty nice. It's done all the way around on the pistol. And you've got a nice little entry area right here, but not too, you know, flamboyant that it's going to take away from the carry capability of this pistol, which is very Glock 19-ish. It's just so much cooler than a Glock 19. So, yeah, it's pretty outstanding. And traditional spot for your serial number.
2-slot rail.
Look at that high cut right there. Very cool. It enables you to not only enjoy the grip there, but get those fingers up into the pistol. It's going to be very difficult for somebody to get this out of my hand, or to knock it out of my hand, or try to take control of the gun, because let me tell you what, you are locked in right here.
This Lone Wolf has amazing ergonomics. If you're not a fan of the standard Glock 19 and the way it feels, I think this feels a little bit better. What about you, Brandon, sir?
For sure, especially if you like some type of real texturing on your pistol. If you want to be able to lock into your handgun, then this is the one to do it with. And I think that pretty much sums this up for right now. It says Dust 19 right there. And then, made in the USA. Lone Wolf symbol back here in the rear. On the barrel hood. 9mm right there. Got a neat little design up here. I love it. I want to put it in my carry rotation for next year after we get the shooting range done on it and get some rounds down range. Beautiful gun. Right up my alley with the color scheme and the looks. Alright guys, in closing out this video on this Lone Wolf Dust 19, it is true, they do sell for a good price, especially when you consider all the options that are on there. Glocks nowadays go for $600. This is $699 full retail. So you might be able to find it for $629 or $649 or something like that. And then you don't have to ship it off to get this done or that done to make it look so unique and unusual. And the last one ran great for us. So I want to get this to the range and do a full range review on it. But if you guys are looking for something that's super cool, that's in the $600 range, my God, how can you beat that right there? Thanks for watching the video, guys. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel here on YouTube, the Beretta 9mm USA channel and the CZ 9mm USA channel. The CZ channel continues to grow like gangbusters. Thank you so much for you guys coming on over and subscribing to the CZ channel as we make it grow by the thousands this year. And I'm trying to get it closer to 10,000 subscribers for the year. At the end of the year, or just going into 2024 is my game plan and my wish. So please come over and subscribe if you will. We'll see you guys on the next video. And remember, your Second Amendment is worth protecting.